Mountain Power still trying to determine the cause here of one of the biggest outages today. At the peak, more than 4,500 homes in the Millcreek area were without power. News Specialist Debbie Worthen spent the evening in Millcreek where that substation took a hit. And Debbie, that's a lot of people who were stuck in the heat.
Yeah, it sure is. And we are at the substation. It's 3900 South, just west of the East Side Belt here in Millcreek. And neighbors here say it was just before noon when they got an alert that something was wrong.
I was down in my basement and I heard a boom.
We just heard the big boom and then the surge of all the power going off.
Neighbors didn't know exactly what the boom was.
My mom had the blow dryer going and we thought it was us.
And while Paige Harmon now knows it wasn't the blow dryer, she's fully aware of the impact of a big power outage on a day with triple-digit heat.
We can't rule out heat.
Jonna Whitesides with Rocky Mountain Power says the company is still working to figure out what happened at this substation in Millcreek.
Between that transmission line and substation, there was an issue.
Their biggest priority was just getting the power back on. Whitesides says if more people would set their thermostats a little bit warmer, chances of outages would go down.
78 is kind of that sweet spot to where your system isn't working so hard, which then again doesn't pull as much electricity off the grid.
It got to 86.
Margie says she would definitely bump hers up a bit to help.
If it helps us from having something like this, I'm willing to do it.
By early evening, Millcreek is back up and running. A relief for Margie, who says she knows she takes the power for granted.
You don't realize how much you use power. I came home, knew there was no electricity, and tried to plug my phone in because it was at 3%.
For Paige, she's glad too.
There was nothing to do. I felt like I totally am addicted to technology because I couldn't find anything to do. Just had to read a book.
Desperate times. Well, tonight there are still a few outages across the state. I looked, just over 300 families are without power tonight. Rocky Mountain Power says make sure your information is up to date so you can get alerts on what's happening where you live if the power goes out. Back to you.
Imagine all the books that were read today, Debbie. It's incredible.
Right.
All right, stay prepared for the next hot streak in temperatures with the KSL TV weather app. Download for free today using the QR code on your screen right there and get the latest alerts for heat and air quality from the source that you trust straight to your phone.